Hello and welcome to the new apartment. Before I show you around, yesterday I had a big long journey to get here and I filmed a load of it, quite a lot, like about an hour's worth of video. And I was going to put it together in a separate video, but the sound quality is really bad. You can't hear anything, it was too windy. So what I've done is just made a real short kind of smash cut compilation of the highlights from that walk. So take a look, here you go. Let's move house. We are moving house. So it's 18 kilometers. I've been walking for 10 minutes. That's my old apartment. I've made it this far and I'm already knackered. Well, half an hour in and I'm hiding under a bridge from the rain, so going super well. What is going on? I bet thousands of people cross this bridge every day and don't know what that is. I know what it is. Let's go take a look. This is a huge concrete cylinder put in place by a guy called Albert Speer. And Albert Speer was Hitler's architect. He was the guy who designed what was going to become the new Berlin. What it's designed to do is just to be a really big, heavy block to test the sustainability of the earth, of the ground. And the idea was that if they could put this 15,000 ton block of concrete here, then they would be able to build a giant archway into Berlin that was supposed to be 3 times the size of the Arc de Triomphe in Paris. The idea, if it didn't sink more than 6 centimeters over the course of 2.5 years, this place would be suitable to build the new center of Berlin. After 2.5 years, it had sunk more than 3 feet. So it was abandoned, and the new center of Berlin was built in a place called Mitte, but it could have been right here. So what it actually is one of the very last pieces of Nazi architecture in all of Germany, maybe all the world. Onwards, I just found a Woolworths. Been walking for 4 hours now, still got about 2 hours to go. Already starting to think I'd like to be there by now. I've walked all the way to a farm. Okay, I am actually in farmland now. I've left any kind of city behind. Look at this. My map tells me that it wants me to go through there. And that is the forest. And that is a 60-kilogram suitcase. Okay, I've arrived. This is it right here. I'm going to grab a coffee and show you around the place. And welcome back. Okay, let's take a look around. Okay, so this is the front door and the hallway. I have an intercom here. Let's look straight away at the bathroom on the right. Quite a nicely equipped little space. Managed to cram in quite a lot here, so we have a full-length bath. And then a nice big window here and a towel warmer. And there's me in the mirror. Hello. And a shower over here. The landlord told me that I have a cleaner apparently, and the first time that she came here, this door, once it's wet, it's quite sticky. I'm pulling it out, it won't, there we go. And he told me that the Polish woman who would come to clean it got stuck in there, and she didn't want to smash the door to get out, and she was scared of putting too much pressure on it basically. So she had to call him from from inside the shower, and he had to drive all the way across Berlin, all the way across the city to just come and pull it open for her. Imagine that on your first day, it's terrible. Okay, over here, very sneaky behind the frosted glass, is the washing machine and boiler and all of the cleaning stuff that I'm going to need. So it's already well stocked. I don't need to go and do any emergency shopping for washing powder or anything like that. Out here into the hallway, hanging up the coats. I've still got my hold all here just because I could put it away, but it smells so nice. It smells so strongly like leather that I figured I would keep it out. More mirrors. This is shoe racks. This here is the bedroom. Quite nice and bright, with a huge wardrobe here. This is actually the first time since I've been in Berlin that I've emptied my suitcase. There's nothing in my suitcase now. If you live out of your suitcase for a while, you kind of learn not to unpack it too regularly because you know that you're going to be moving on again. So this is quite a treat to actually unpack everything and put it away and have all my socks and stuff all in drawers. Bed, quite simple. It's feathers though. You know that thing I used to do when I was a kid, when I used to break feathers? Well, nothing's changed. I still do that. Over here we have a desk. This is like my spare laptop and my spare space. I've got my little drawing pad in here in case I want to get away from my main desk, get away from the office, which I'll show you in a minute, and come and chill out or sit here in the evening and watch a movie or whatever. This is like my breakout room, which is super useful. Nice view, kind of, out the window. That's the forest beginning right behind these buildings, so I'm right on the edge of it. Frankly, not to be cruel, but some not very good art here. But I'm guessing they both have the same date on it, so I think that they probably have some kind of significance, so I won't be too rude about it. Okay, so into the main living space. As you can see, I've already kind of put my little creative studio together here, and we'll come to that in a minute. But first, let's look around here. This is my little kitchen. It's all really well specced out as well. Like it's got everything I need. In particular, when I got in, the landlord, I was knackered and I didn't have time to go to the shop, but the landlord had bought me some coffee to use just straight away, and it was just such a godsend. It was I can't tell you how much that meant to me, because I really needed some coffee. A coffee maker here and a kettle, and then a cast iron teapot. It's heavy. So everything I need, I have. He's also left me some tea. Obviously my NutriBullet thing here got moved in straight away. That thing weighs a ton, but it's worth its weight. It's worth carrying across the city because I use it every day, every morning, as part of my routine now. Over here, hidden in the fridge, I picked up a few bits and pieces on the way here yesterday, like some nice barbecue sauce and stuff, some chocolate, naturally, some good smoked meat, some pasta and stuff, and that will last me the next couple of days. When I got here as well, the landlord, God bless him, stuffed this in my hand. He said, "I have beer for you, you have beer." And I was like, all right, well, okay, maybe I'll have it later. But then I noticed on the label, it said hell. The beer is called Hell. So I took it off him. I went, welcome to hell. And honestly, you would think it was the funniest joke he'd ever heard in his life. He was like, welcome to hell. And I think I made a good first impression there. I like the openness of the entire area, but I also like the fact that it's kind of segmented. So it's not like a big open plan studio place. It's a little bit more cozy than that. It's a little bit more homely. And that's really cool. So over here, here's what I've done. This is a really perfect light in the evening, but there is a slight problem with it, and I'll demonstrate it now. So if we just go underneath it. I've hit my head on this about 15 times already today. Okay, over here, this is where all the magic happens. You'll notice just a little bit of movie magic for you. You might notice this. This is the video that you just saw. I'm editing it here, and then I'm gonna put it in this video. So it's all happening right now. Out the front window, lots of life, but it's very quiet here. This is all green and all parks and lakes and stuff. This is most of the inside. So you can see just off here, that's the bedroom there. And then we have this kind of office space that I've created here. In here, as I mentioned, this is kind of a nice space, but because I'm not a TV watcher, I'm not going to be using it very much. So I'm using it as kind of my pacing around space, my kind of wandering space. Oh yeah. Oh, this is great. Okay, so hang on, let me turn you around. Okay, so when I got here yesterday, I discovered that Herman, who I was calling Herman the German, that's the landlord's name. Turns out he's not German at all. He had a kind of Spanish accent that I couldn't quite identify. It was either Mexican or something like that. So I wanted to figure it out, because I know, having spent a lot of time with people like that, I suspected it was Colombian. Having spent some time with Colombians, I know they really enjoy it if you know where they're from, or if you take a guess and get it right? So he's showing me around here, and in my mind I'm trying to figure it out. And I look down here when he pointed. This is where the TV was, but underneath here there's a series of books. It goes Colombia. The first book is about Colombia, so I'm like, right, the guy's gonna be Colombian. Next one, Colombia, and then the next one is a book about a city called Medellin, which is in Colombia, and I'm like, I'm gonna have a go at that. And I go, so if you don't mind me asking, where are you from? Actually, can I guess? Is it Medellin? And he goes, still 20 years I have lived in Berlin. No one has ever guessed that before. And I was like, well, I can tell from your accent and stuff like that. And he was super proud that I'd guessed it. And then perhaps the nicest part is the balcony. Nice, huh? This door here goes back into the bedroom. So you can have both doors open at the same time. And with summer coming up, I think that's going to be really nice. This isn't quite my taste. I'm not so sure about that thing. No, I'm not so sure about that thing. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you like the place. I do. Thanks for coming by.